Hey friends. So far my videos have been kind of random segments, just pieces of my life as I just get used to videotaping. But friends that have not known what I've been up to have come out of the woodwork and said, oh my gosh, you're so brave. How do you do this? Like, wow, that's great. And everybody thinks it's great. On this side of it, it's great. And I do have high hopes, and I'm just going to work until I make it happen because I am determined. But it's scary. It's really scary. I think the unknown is always scary. And anytime you make a change in your life, it could be devastating. But over the years, I've learned to take risks. I wasn't always a risk taker. My husband lived very spontaneously and taught me how to get out of my comfort zone, and I'm grateful for that time that we had together. I learned a lot of risk taking, and all of the big risks have worked out to be really well. I risked becoming a mom on my own. That was the best thing I ever did. I think if I didn't take that risk, I'd be a miserable old lady, just sad that my life didn't work out the way I wanted. And sometimes you just have to pick up the pieces and make the best of things. And I've done that. It's worked out, and I'm really grateful. And I hope this is one of those risks that I took that's going to work out also. I don't know. But just as soon as I got to a really scary point, because the cold weather's coming soon, and I was thinking, wait a minute, what am I doing? Like, this is crazy. Then today I was walking through the hall at a school, and I overheard someone saying, everything you want is on the other side of fear. And I stopped dead in my tracks, like, I don't know how. I believe in God, but that was just a weird thing. It was like God just spoke to me, like everything you ever wanted is on the other side of fear. And it's kind of where I'm at right now. I want a peaceful, quieter life, and I'm afraid, but I did it anyway. I think I said once, you don't have to see the whole staircase to take the first step. I think sometimes you just need to take the first step, and the first step sets the ball in motion, and the action just kind of develops after that. So right now I'm kind of on a free fall, I guess you'd say. It doesn't feel that scary. I've landed. Well, I'm still falling, but not in a bad way. I've decided to take every opportunity I can to learn new things and to try to live in the moment and experience life as it comes at me. I've had a lot in my life. I've had some really big losses, and it's taught me that I can't take life for granted. You have to really savor the high points and the small moments equally, because you never know when it's going to be your last day. So today, my new adventure, it's not so adventurous, I decided, stop. Sorry, I can't let them run loose today because the septic system is still underway over here. That's not my barn, that's just a woodshed. Don't worry, my barn will be bigger than that. I decided I never had these growing in my yard before, and now I have a ton of them. Yep, they look like pears, maybe tennis balls, small tennis balls. These are actually black walnuts. So another random thing on YouTube, I don't even remember saying anything about black walnuts, but it came up on my feed, how to process black walnuts. So, of course, as many of us do, I learned a new skill, I think, from watching YouTube. So they said it doesn't matter if you pick them off the ground and they're black or green. My neighbors told me, they are a pain in the neck. I don't think you want to start that, but I've never processed black walnuts before, so I'm going to give it a try. So I've had these soaking in water. I just picked them off the ground all around the tree, and you don't want to have one of these too close to your house or your car, because when the wind comes, these things fall down. You think you've seen heavy hail at times. Not like these. These are like rocks falling out of the sky. So fortunately for me, my black walnut trees are all pretty far away from what's going to be my house. So I think the black ones are a little easier, but I've soaked them in water to soften them up a little bit for 2 days. And the next thing I was told is to take a stick or something and pound it down. So I'm gonna see if I can turn my camera, show you what I'm doing here. I'm gonna take one and pound it till it cracks. Looks like a little Pac-Man for those of you that are older or as old as me. And I can peel it off. It's pretty nasty in there. All this rotten pulp that's in there. I'll peel off what I can. And then I'm gonna take this and put this in water again to get off some of this pulp and some of the soft mealy stuff, and hang it up after it's water. Then take them out and hang them up. And what we end up with are some walnuts. You can see here they're kind of small, but these are called black walnuts. So I looked up black walnuts because I've heard that they're edible. When they sold me the house, they were like, oh yeah, black walnut trees, that's great. It's hard as a rock. And then after they dry for a few days, you're supposed to let them cure. Where am I? There, you're supposed to let them cure. And then after they get all hard and cure, you get a nutcracker or a hammer and smash them, and then you can pick out the meat. So if you could see that, the meat is nice and white right now. I didn't let these cure because I was so anxious to see it and taste it. It tastes good as it is for me. I thought I'd be really grossed out because they're like rotten, but that protective shell really keeps them good inside. So I think I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna process these black walnuts. I'm gonna try to smash one, but black walnuts, I've learned, are poisonous for dogs, so I gotta watch out for the dogs. But they are super, super healthy for people. They do a lot to control blood sugar. They're good for your brain health and apparently your skin health as well. The downside I've heard is that they're very high in calories. So you have to eat them in small amounts. But they're high in omega-3 fatty acids. They're very high in protein and fiber, high in antioxidants, and also they have a lot of nutritional value, B6, E, and magnesium. So one article I read said they're a super nut. So I thought, wow, pretty good. Good for your brain, good for your blood sugar. I could use both of those things now. So yeah, I just got to watch the dogs. And then I learned that if you put them in an airtight container in the refrigerator, just look what it said there, you can store them in the refrigerator for 6 months. So that's great. And if you want to freeze them, You can freeze them for over a year, but if you vacuum seal them, they, in like a stable temperature, they are good indefinitely. So I thought, wow, I don't know how many nuts I'll get from this whole thing. By the time I break down the husks, by the time I crack all the nuts, I don't know, maybe I'll get a cup. Hopefully I'll get more than a cup full of nuts. I need to get a better nut cracker, because when I smash this, watch this one, we'll probably do it differently, but I smashed this, I was tapping and thought, oh, this is a little harder than I thought. That's probably why the squirrels have such a hard time getting into them. But when I smash it, it takes a lot. Let's see if I could get it. Takes a lot, but let's see. No. Well, that's not going to work on video, but the first one I was able to smash, that thing exploded. So yeah, I'm going to find a rock so it's not so noisy. I'm scaring the heck out of the dog right now. But they are pretty hard as rocks. So I don't know. But to my close friends, guess what you're getting for Christmas? Probably a bag of nuts from a nut. So remember, you got to take some risks. And I don't know about everything you ever wanted being on the other side of fear, but there's some nice things once you work through it. So don't be afraid.